Do you know what is common between Neeraj Chopra, Milkha Singh, Dhyan Chand and Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore? They all belong to the Indian Armed Forces. Not just the four names I have taken right now, many of India's elite athletes are a part of this group. At the 2018 Asian Games, 11 out of India's 69 medals came from men who are affiliated to the Indian Army. Have you ever wondered why the Indian Armed Forces produce such great athletes? There's an interesting history behind it, so stay put. Most modern sports and games were introduced by the British Indian Army in India. Their purpose was to foster leadership qualities and build culture. Soon, however, this evolved into a fierce competition between regiments and units. At the top level, the Services Sports Control Board coordinated inter-service competitions and participation at the national level. Such was the importance given to these tournaments that units started maintaining gladiators. These were men spared from the hardships of intense military training to focus only on sports. The sheer competitiveness and enormous resources meant that from the early to mid 20th century, teams from the armed forces dominated competitions across sports. Durand Cup was won twice by teams such as Army 11 and Gorkha Brigade. In 1953, a team of young cadets from the National Defence Academy went on to finish as runners-up, second only to the famed Mohun Bagan. During this era, the Indian Armed Forces produced peerless sportsmen like Major Dhyan Chand, Naib Subedar Milkha Singh, Colonel Balbir Singh, Honorary Captain Sriram Singh, to name a few. Soon, however, times started changing. Money started flowing in from the corporate sector and sports became a career in itself. Within the armed forces, training became more complex. A new policy introduced in the late 1970s restricted competitions only to the unit level. Sports took a backseat, and by the end of the 20th century, the once mighty armed forces teams had lost the plot in national level competitions. Something needed to be done to stop this thunderous decline. It came in the form of Mission Olympics, a project launched in 2001. Rupees 60 crore was allocated out of the defense budget to develop world-class infrastructure. A scientific study was carried out to determine sports disciplines most suited to the Indian physique. 11 such sporting disciplines were identified: archery, lightweight events in boxing, wrestling, weightlifting, long distance and throwing events in athletics, fencing, sailing, rowing, shooting and equestrian. World-class facilities were developed at 5 nodes: sailing at Mumbai, rowing at College of Military Engineering Pune, equestrian at Meerut, shooting at AMU Infantry School Mau, and Army Sports Institute Pune, which caters to 7 disciplines. Another brilliant move was the reformation of boys' sports companies, an ongoing project since 1991. Identifying young talent and nurturing them by providing the best coaches was the main motive. Arguably the biggest and most impactful result of the boys' sports companies is weightlifter Jeremy Lal Renunga, groomed since he was a child. With the objectives laid down by Mission Olympics, the tide soon started turning. Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore won a silver medal at the 2004 Athens Olympics. Athletes of the Indian Armed Forces performed well at the Commonwealth Games and Asian Games. Medals were rare to come at the Olympics, but the situation was way brighter than before. Subedar Vijay Kumar won a silver in London, while Subedar Neeraj Chopra won a historic gold in Tokyo a couple of years ago. Naib Subedar Avinash Sabde's identification and consequent development as a world-class athlete is another fantastic example of the impact that the Indian Armed Forces can generate. Though Olympic medals are infrequent, Mission Olympics has certainly given positive results. With hundreds of athletes a part of the project now, it is growing with each passing day. The Indian Armed Forces have had a massive role to play in the upliftment of our nation's sporting scenario, and they will continue to do so.